How is that making me a nerd?
The Mummy's really not that good, though.
It's so fun. I went on it like 10 times. I guess I was young. Whatever.
I mean, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I get that.
Hulk's number one.
Hulk is definitely number one.
Hulk is fun, too.
The dragon one is pretty cool, too, where they, like, go at each other.
Which one?
Dueling Dragons is what you're thinking of.
Mm-hmm. It's like the Triwizard Tournament thing now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pretty upset they took out Jaws.
Jaws was a great ride.
Jaws was a great ride.
I don't know if I ever rode Jaws.
It's literally like...
And now you never will because it's gone.
Yeah. You just ride through a boat and then, like, Jaws comes.
Maybe I'll find a better Jaws ride.
Awkward, because I don't know where you would find it.
I think they own the rights, so...
I won't bring that up again.
Ever again.
Alright,
To our first topic.
So, our first topic today is consistent with our military theme, as we've been going for lately. Some of you may remember a couple months ago, it might have been a year ago at this point, but Obama traded 5, pretty sure it was Taliban leaders for one Sergeant Bo Bergdahl, who was in a Taliban prisoner of war camp. And that was looked at pretty harshly by pretty much everyone in the political hemisphere and everyone else in the world, in the U.S. at least. So basically, this guy, Bo Bergdahl, was stationed in Afghanistan, and he deserted his post wherever he was, if he was on patrol or something. And he was then picked up by a Taliban, and he actually spent 5 years being tortured and in like a prisoner of war camp. And Obama, as I said before, traded these 5 Taliban leaders in exchange for Bergdahl's life, which a lot of people were upset about. House Speaker John Boehner was really mad because he was not alerted. Congress was not alerted about this decision, and there was another sergeant who said not even a Medal of Honor winner would be traded for these 5 Taliban leaders. So this guy should not have been expected for that to happen to him. So basically, what we get onto there is, does this guy deserve to go to military prison after spending 5 years in a Taliban camp after that, or does he deserve it because he committed the crime, he deserted his post, a bunch of guys died going to look for him. Just a situation that easily could have been avoided if he just did what he was supposed to do.
Well, he went against what he was supposed to do, which clearly means he should pay the consequences, regardless of him being a prisoner. So
you don't think he got what he deserved already?
I mean, I definitely think he did, but
it's really hard to say.
That was also happening, like, other lives were lost.
Lives that could have easily been
saved. So it's just like, I don't know, it's hard to say, honestly.
Yeah, just a tough situation. Mm-hmm. I mean, the guy went through a lot, but at the same time, he didn't go through.
Obviously, like, you have to have some remorse of the fact that he, like, got scared to the point where he did leave his post, I feel, but it's against the rules, so.
Very true.
I mean.
But then again, there's also guys out there who didn't leave their post, and they were captured and,
exactly.
in camps for just as long, so, maybe it was God's way of saying maybe he shouldn't have done what he did.
Yeah, it's like instant karma.
Yeah, instant karma. Exactly. Perfect way to put it.
So have they decided what they're doing?
I haven't seen anything since. I'm assuming they're still going through the trial. The trial's going to take forever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Any trial. I mean, Aaron Hernandez has been on trial for like 4 years.
Yeah, this is coming up. Like 3, something like that. Yeah.
But I think the bigger problem here is what Bergdahl came back for. The fact that we traded away 5 Taliban leaders that we had in one of our camps, not our camps, we don't have camps, but one of our prisons, being held there. So they
for one person.
Yeah, and we're going to train for one guy who actually screwed up, who did the wrong thing. And military's supposed to be, supposed to always do the right thing.
Yeah, I think that's just Obama's way of saying, we care about our people and our troops and stuff. But I think it was just, I think it was a good gesture in the wrong way, so to speak, because, he's trying to show that he, cares about Americans, whether they were wrong or right. And I think he just did it in the wrong way. I don't think that any of our troops are worth giving up 5, potentially dangerous men that could take more American lives. So
yeah, especially when it was said that they were like middle to upper, I guess management, whatever you want to call it, in Taliban. So
when he released them, though, like, did they know that he left his post at that point?
I don't know. I think they did.
That's a great question.
It's still under. I know they're still talking about it, whether or not the
he might have went about it differently if he...
Because, like, for all we know, he literally could have just got snagged
Yeah.
and then they're saying he deserted the
Right,
base.
absolutely, yeah.
For all we know, they could have just come and scooped him if he was alone. So I don't know. That's always a tough one.
Yeah, absolutely. Many situations that could have came up that could be the reason why he did that.
Right. We got any more to say on that topic?
No, I think I'm all set on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well, this is a more recent topic we got next. I'm sure many of you have seen the video of the man getting shot. In the back by the police officer.
Oh yeah, I
I
actually
think it
heard
was
just recently.
South Charleston.
Yeah, somewhere around
One
there.
of the Carolinas.
This is rough.
But yeah, so basically, this officer, Michael Slager, pulled over a Walter Scott for his taillight being out, which is a very simple, minor infraction that should have never led to anything more. And then there's an eyewitness that comes over and starts taking a video, and he picks up the video right as Sager and Scott are fumbling around on the ground, and then the suspect, Scott, begins to run away and is clearly doesn't have anything in his hands, runs away, and the officer shoots him 8 times in the back, hits him 4 times. He's proclaimed dead at the scene, I'm pretty sure. But the cop claimed that Scott took his taser in the struggle, but when you look at the video, you see something drop behind them in the scuffle, and then
He runs away.
Scott runs away, and then officer shoots him, puts him in handcuffs, calls for backup or whatever, and then he goes back and picks up whatever fell, and you see him drop it right next to Scott, right next to the dead suspect, which seems pretty incriminating in itself right there, that he had to go put something right next to the body.
Absolutely.
Horrible intent right there.
It was found that the police department is charging him with murder, first degree murder, intention to kill, did it. But the facts are still up for debate whether
It was reasonable.
yeah, it might. There are ways you can look at it where it's reasonable, but judging from the video, there's really not. And I think Alex knows a little bit more about why exactly.
Okay, well, Tim and I actually take criminal justice with Professor O'Connell, who I recommend highly, by the way. And we were basically talking about this case today, and the police officer had no right to shoot him because he was in the arrest escape stage, which means that all he really could have done was chase him and use the appropriate force to bring him down at that time, but no gun shooting at all was right in that situation. If he would have been in the prevent terminate stage where he was
The crime is still going on.
where the crime is still going on, or he put the cops' lives or another person's lives in danger, that's when the cop could have shot him, but there was no case of that at all. He had no right to shoot him that many times, for that matter. And the fact that he even planted the taser right next to him just proved that he knew that he was just wrong.
Exactly.
So
I feel like he just got in a scuffle, overreacted, obviously completely wrong in his overreaction, but shot the guy and then realized what he did and tried to make his case a little better because he knew he was going to be screwed.
And he did not know he was going to be recorded either, so...
Oh, yeah,
if you see
absolutely.
you see the video, it looks like they don't even know the guy's recording. They
Oh,
don't even look
no,
at it.
not at all.
Yeah, I'm sure no one really ever knows that they're being recorded, but
Phones
no.
are yay big.
I feel like it's all tied in with, everything that's been going on the last 2 years, not just this shooting, but with Ferguson and all that
There's
stuff.
been so many.
There's just
ridiculous.
been so many,
Yeah.
disputes coming up between criminals and cops within the last, 2.5 years that people are just not sure whether their cops were in the right or wrong. And I think it's just, there's so much tension between people and police these days that police are even now overreacting and just too quick to shoot.
And it's kind of hard sometimes to fault them necessarily.
Absolutely.
Because they are taking a hard job, and you're in fear for your life every day, every second of your day on the force. Sometimes you're going to make the wrong decision in the split second when you see something wrong or something, but this one clearly...
I just feel like you have to have right judgment when you're
you're a
about
police
to take
officer.
someone's
Yeah.
life.
Absolutely.
And I just don't think he did. And obviously you want to believe in your heart that it wasn't a racial matter, but I mean, you're gonna, and
Some people have preset notions in their mind.
Absolutely.
exactly.
You don't even realize it.
Like Professor
Absolutely.
O'Connell mentioned today, like, what if the guy had been in a suit? What if he had been white? Would he have went about the situation differently? It's like, you don't know, so.
Right. It's very tough to say,
the
but
situation was what it was.
right. Yeah. Absolutely.
We'll never really know, I guess.
Exactly.
I'm sure there's going to be more that comes to light, as the investigation continues and whatnot.
And before the video had been released, they had justified him, like the cop, because like they thought that he was in the right to have shot him, like from what he said. And then once the video was released, everything like changed.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The
So-
police department backed him up.
Yeah, which is also messed up on his part.
Which is another reason why, like, the Ferguson thing, and no one really knows.
Exactly.
in
It
any of
scares
those
you because like
situations.
clearly he lied about the situation, like, and he didn't know there was going to be a video, and then there the video was, and it just like took away his
Yeah.
lie completely.
Well, I guess he didn't
absolutely.
necessarily lie because he said he grabbed my taser. He never said he took my taser and tried to shoot
Yeah.
me. But I mean, didn't need to unload on him.
I mean, the taser dropped.
His
his life was not in.
You see it in slow mo. It doesn't. You can't really tell, but like in the still frames, it really looks like a gun.
Yeah.
Thing. Like.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And whenever you're getting shot in the back, that's clearly a sign
Yeah.
Yeah.
of non-aggression.
He was running away. He did not
He was
have a
unarmed.
weapon
The
on
biggest thing
him.
is he was unarmed.
Exactly.
Yeah, unarmed.
If he was running through a park with a gun and he turned away from the cop, he's still a threat, obviously. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's got the gun, but
Right,
this
right.
guy had nothing.
Nothing on
Exactly.
him. There was no reason to shoot him 8 times.
So yeah, this guy's definitely going to jail for.
Oh, absolutely, for life.
Yeah.
He may get like manslaughter or something, but he's going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's rough.
Yeah, I know. I just read another story actually too this morning. It was actually with a mentally disabled man, and so the guy's probably like his mid-30s or something.
I think I read the same story.
So his mom called the cops and just stated everything. Was like, he's bipolar schizophrenic. He's scaring me. He needs to go to the hospital. He was saying like, apparently he was saying like he was gonna cut people up or something, but he was suffering from something clearly. So the police officers came, and you see the mom come out the door, and then you see the guy come out the door, and he's standing in the doorway with a screwdriver. And as soon as they see the screwdriver, they're yelling at him, put it down, you know, standard like procedure. And then the guy, you see, it's the cop has like a GoPro right on his chest, and you see the guy lunge at them, and then they immediately just pull their guns and shoot him. As far as like standard procedure goes, they were all in the clear. But the question is, that's a completely different situation with someone who's mentally disabled.
Yeah.
How do you go about approaching that?
Again, that's just another really tough situation.
And they get scrutinized.
But
for
he
it.
lunged at them like just with his body. Like,
He had a screwdriver.
he had a
in his
screwdriver,
hands, like,
okay.
in his hands.
sorry, I
He was, like,
missed
messing
that.
around with it. So,
I
yeah,
mean, regardless, like they're gonna.
it's their lives or your
Exactly.
lives.
exactly. That's
Obviously, they're
a
gonna
great
have
way to
to-
put it.
And they're doing this, trying to protect
If they think their
everyone.
lives are at stake, they're obviously going to use force
Right.
to terminate the situation.
But the thing is, they brought on this liaison officer for mentally disabled people, and they're basically saying, is there another way you can approach this? And she really didn't have a good answer, to be honest, which stinks, but it's kind of hard when you got someone
Yeah.
right there in front of you with a weapon in your hands. in
Exactly,
their hands.
regardless of them being
I mean, if they're mentally disabled, they're even more unstable than a normal person would
exactly,
be
so they're
with-
going to do
with that
even
weapon.
crazier things.
And at the end of the day, cops are, humans just like us. And
Exactly.
They have families to go home
Yeah.
to as well. They have children. They have, sons and daughters and wives. So it's not like...
And the fact they put their lives on the line every day, we gotta
Yeah,
try and back them up.
Right.
I mean, I don't think they
exactly.
go out there wanting to kill people at
Yeah,
all.
no.
no,
No, even the guy,
They're-
that shot the guy in the back. I'm sure that wasn't his plan for the day. But
no, yeah.
Yeah.
he
no.
just lost it or something. But I mean,
Yeah.
he still does. He needs to be punished.
Yes,
obviously.
he has to be
He
punished
definitely
for
messed
that.
up. And like you said, would it be different if it was someone else? Who knows?
Exactly.
No one can tell.
No one will know.
I mean, there's just going to be an outrage of protesting now, as
Oh,
there has
yeah.
been.
There's going to be
Ridiculous.
riots over this and
It's gonna
whatnot.
be the thing with the difference with this is Ferguson. There were all those. They were trying to peaceful protests. And I remember those 2 cops got shot outside the police department. There has been no anything like that in Charleston, I think it is, yet. So maybe that's a step in the right direction. It could just be because the cop got convicted and
Yeah.
it was done. But I mean, maybe it's a step in the right direction.
Right, yeah. Finally bringing the
People are
wrong person to
Yeah,
justice.
and people are
Exactly.
thinking above themselves and thinking about the community as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna take a short little break here. We'll be back in